Hello, before the video, I just wanted to say that I am not good at talking or recording myself or anything, so I apologize in advance for that. I also apologize for all the squeaking that my phone case is going to make throughout this video, because while editing, I haven't even finished editing the video yet, and it's already driving me insane, so I am so sorry if it drives you insane as well, but I do not feel like recording this again. Okay, thank you, bye! First sketchbook tour, yay! I started the sketchbook back in August of 2022, and I finished it 2 days ago in May 22nd, 2025. Yeah, it took me a little bit longer than I expected it to, but you know what, it's fine, because I finished it, and this is like the second ever sketchbook that I've ever finished in my life. The last time was like 5th grade, but I also didn't draw on like the left side of the paper, so I don't even know if you can call that finished, but whatever. Yeah, time to go through it. I'm kind of scared, but it's fine. Like, I don't know why I'm saying I'm scared. I've been looking at this stupid sketchbook for nearly 3 years now, and I'm really tired of it, but I'm done, so yay. Okay, ignore that I'm filming this in the comfort of my bed. I don't really have a desk right now. So yeah. Here's the first one. Here's the first spread page. I did like the little sticker bomb, whatever. I need to glue this back down. First page, blank. Second page, my OC Nova that I honestly do not draw very often anymore. I need to. I don't even have like definitive design for her still, which is kind of sad, but it's fine. It's whatever. Second page, this was 2022, so I was really into the Owl House at the time. I was trying to figure out a new art style because I kind of really hated like this style of eye. Like I like it still, but, and like sometimes I kind of miss it, I'll be honest, but I wasn't fucking with it anymore. Anyways, yeah, just some random person I drew. This was also supposed to be a random person, but it looks like 11 from Stranger Things, like season 3 or whatever. Season 2, I don't know, I can't remember, but I was kind of into Stranger Things at the time too, so I probably just accidentally made that look like her. That's my friend Sammy. She moved, but I still love her. She is still in my heart forever. I don't know why I'm saying that like she died. She's still alive. My OC Azimuth, that has changed a good bit since then. I don't know, I don't like this design at all, and I'm so glad I redesigned them. Yay, the Owl House again. The season 3 I think this was drawn from like the teaser that was given, maybe? No, I don't know if season 3 had already come out by then. I can't remember. Here's a self-portrait. You will probably see a few of these because I like drawing myself. This is a song by Human Petting Zoo, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I was really into them at the time, and yeah. There's me again. There's my OC Chai. I kind of don't like that name. I don't really know why I renamed her to that, but whatever. And then crayon drawing of me, and then my little brothers drew on like sticky, I told them to draw on sticky notes, and then I just put them in my sketchbook because I wanted something to fill my sketchbook with. But yeah, more Owl House. I remember I was super proud of this whenever I first drew it, and you know, it's not bad. I don't know. And then more Owl House. There's my old friend's OC and another blank page. That's honestly, there's only like 2 of these, including the first page. I really like actually filled this thing up, which I'm proud of myself for. Here is Sophie Walton. Oh my gosh, I kind of miss my Walton Files phase. I kind of made her hand like way too big, but it's fine. It's a cute drawing. And then Loose. I love her. I love her. I miss my Owl House phase a little bit too. My OC Calypso that I have yet to redesign. She's on like my list to redesign. I redesigned an old OC recently, my OC Sasha, and I want to redesign her next. I just have not gotten around to it because I have been kind of busy and unmotivated, so yeah. Hunter drawing that I clearly did not finish. I could not get the pose right, and so I just gave up. Yay! More Owl House, Hunter and Luz. I have never been able to like actually draw his hair right. I still struggle with it. But yeah, there's Luz. And then I was really into I Am Not Okay With This. Really good show. I'm so sad that they canceled it. I wish I finished this because it's really cute and I miss working with watercolors. I've thought about like going back and finishing it, but I don't know. I was honestly really scared because I was gonna draw like the scene where she had like blood all over her, but I was really scared of like messing it up, so I just I gave up. This was also really kind of strange art style. Like I think it's kind of creative, but it's, I don't know, it was just kind of odd. Why the long face? There's me again. Going to the Renaissance Festival. I don't think I've been since then. Anyways, yeah. There's my OC Omen. Very messy drawing. Yeah. Don't really like this page, but whatever. I drew my Animal Crossing, character, and then I drew my classmates. I drew like a full body thing right here, and I just erased it for some reason. I guess I didn't like it. And then there's Dina from I Am Not Okay With This as well. And then Azimuth, I love them. And then my OC Vienna that I have not drawn in a hot minute. Yeah, I think I made them originally in like 2021 or something, maybe 2022. I can't really remember. But I remember I made them from a pick room. But I really can't say anything because my persona is also made from a pick room, but we don't need to talk about that. Okay, there's my persona. Oh my god. Hello. I drew wings. I think that's cute, whatever. And then the collector, I made this into a digital drawing, and I still honestly really like this drawing. I think it's really cute. I need to like actually get the whole thing in frame. Then there's Nova. I clearly never finished the drawing, but I mean like the anemone's cute, whatever. I think the face is cute. Yeah. And then this was like the first time I like really started being messy in my sketchbook. I just like, I doodled, and then that was like old mascara, and then just like, yeah, random stuff, and then I put a wrapper in there. And then there's my old OC. I think this is my OC Miyuki. I don't know. I can't really remember. It was like, I posted like an old drawing of her to my Instagram story like a couple months back because I was looking through old stuff. And yeah, it was very interesting. And then there's my self-insert that I have not drawn in a very long time. Like this was probably one of the last times I drew them. But yeah, it's basically me, but with a third eye and a weird mouth and horns and ears. I did some studies. I don't know. I kind of need to do like a lot more of these. I think that these are still really cute. Like I still like this one especially. And then this one, I mean, I don't like it as much, but I still like it. I drew more of the Wilson files over here too. I drew Sophie and Jenny and Ed and Molly. And then I drew myself again. And then lyrics to Sweet 16 by Daisy and the Scouts. And then my OC Chai again. I need to change that name. I don't like it. And then Wirt from Over the Garden Wall, which I have not watched in a hot minute. I'll watch it this fall. And I was planning out some like drawing that I made. I don't think I have a picture of the drawing anywhere. I might have posted it, but I can't really remember. I didn't know the drawing anyways. I ended up drawing Ida. And then, yeah, there's my OC Sasha that I redesigned recently. So cute. And then my persona again. I honestly really like this drawing. I think this is so cute. And then my OC's Alec and Omen. And then my OC Alex. I made them in like 5th, 6th grade. And I've not drawn them in a very long time. This was an old friend's OC. And then there's a self-portrait. Yay! I got a new shirt that I really liked. I used to be super into like button downs and stuff. I don't really wear them that often anymore. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to censor this page, but it's body stuff. I don't know.
What?
And then there's me. This is the position that I was in on the way up north whenever I was visiting family. And then there's Nova again. I honestly still like this drawing. I don't like the face very much, but I like the composition or whatever. This is also an old friend's OC, same as that one. And then more planning. I was gonna make this into like a full drawing, and then I didn't because I don't like it that much, and I didn't like it at the time either. And then I drew my persona again, and I'm pretty sure there actually is another blank page, but I was just like, sometimes I would use this as like a diary and like just write stuff. So we're gonna skip over that. That was just some random guy I drew, and then that was me. That was a vent drawing. I honestly still really like this drawing. Like, I think I just really like the way I drew my hair. But, yeah. I like this drawing still. I think it's cool. And then I did not draw in my sketchbook for like 5 months because I was depressed. Okay, it wasn't 5 months. It was like 4 months. Okay, so it was like 4.5 months. So I just drew like really kind of shitty doodles. And that's like part of the reason why this took me so long to finish, is because in 2023 I was just so unmotivated. I can't even remember why, but yeah, I just was. And then I just drew random stuff. Just some random drawing I did. Was that also in that was in what? 2023. Okay. It was still 2023, but I was like trying to draw again. I still like this. I think it's kind of cute. And then this was the process of trying to make a viper. And there she is. And then I was trying to draw a Blue Eye Samurai. I honestly still like this, but I was kind of scared to like mess it up, so I just didn't continue. I was also watching the very last episode, so I was kind of distracted, and I just didn't finish it. And then Viper, I was originally gonna make her like, I don't know, wolf girl thing, and then I didn't. And then there's my persona. Hi. And then Viper again. I've changed her a little bit, but yeah, she's still, her eye patch is on the other side. I realized that I already had an OC whose like right eye was covered, so I was like, maybe I shouldn't like do that with 2 characters. And then I was gonna put more stuff in here, but I didn't. So yeah, we're just gonna look at this page, because that other page is of my ex-girlfriend, and I don't feel like going over that to the world. This is Alec. I like this drawing. This was like the point where I just started like going over stuff with paint pens. I still kind of like I don't know, I like how that looks. I think that's cool. And then I got into more oral for a little bit. I don't like this drawing of Bloberta. I think the drawing of Oral is cute though. And then there's Oral again. And then there's Marcel. I don't know if I've ever posted this, but I like this drawing. I think it's really cute. I'm sorry if you can hear like my phone case squeaking. whenever I like move my hand. That might be like really annoying, and I'm sorry. But yeah. And then there's some scene girl, whatever. Don't kill me, please, for saying something wrong. But yeah, I think I can't remember I drew this in class. I don't know. At this point in time, I was drawing a lot in class. Can't remember if this was one of those, but yeah. I was redesigning Azimuth, and this is like a lot closer to how they look now. So yay! Okay, there they are. There they are. Yay! Okay. Yeah, this is one of the pages where I did not like what was behind it, so I just did that. Yay! Another example, 2 examples actually. Don't like this spread. I was gonna like do what I did over here and stuff, but I didn't. I was just like really bad at art. I was really unmotivated and not good at art. And then Miku that I never finished, and I'm kind of sad. I should have finished that, but whatever. I don't really like how the eyes look anyways. That's like part of the reason why I didn't finish it. But I think it's cute otherwise. Like I like how I drew like her clothes and stuff. And then there's Marcel, or no, yes, Marcel from Dungeon Meshi, Delicious in Dungeon. I saw the box set at my local Books A Million, and like I have enough money, like I was considering it. I have enough money in my bank account, but I wasn't gonna do that. It was tempting though. I don't like spending money. Here are examples of stuff that I drew in class. I drew these both in Spanish class, because I was bored. I got new like pens and stuff. So I was just drawing, and I think these pages are cute. I like how I drew her in here. And then there's Alec again. Hello. And then there's no, not Viper. Oh my god. There's Nova again. I like this drawing. I don't know what I was doing, but I really like whenever I was drawing just like in pen. It's probably because I was drawing 3/4 view facing left like I always do, and that's what I'm used to. But I don't know. Yeah. The camera makes it look really dull, but this is like a bright pink. Why does it look orange? That's like a bright neon pink in real life. I don't know why it dulls it so much, but yeah. And that's like a bright green. And then I watched Brokeback Mountain, I think, and then I was just doodling. And then I drew this OC. I don't think this is the first drawing I did of him. I think I posted something about him. I don't know. I don't think I've posted this specific drawing. But yeah, I don't have a name for him. He's like kind of a zombie guy. I don't know. There's him again. I like this drawing. Kind of. I don't know. I think it's cute. I drew this after an exam last year, so that was fun. These are my friends' OCs. I'm going to be so honest, I forgot their names again, but they're so silly and they're so cute, and I love them. Yay! Oh my gosh, I love this spread. I love this spread. I don't think I ever posted either of these, but I really like this drawing. I honestly think the highlights in the eyes make it, because like I don't know, I really like this drawing, and I don't know why I never posted it. This one I don't like very much, but I feel like you can really tell that I had just watched Arcane. You know what? It's fine though. I really like these. I really like how I use the color, and it was really fun, and I like doing this. Yay! I feel like I'm probably not ever getting anything in the frame, and I'm really sorry. I'm also sorry if my voice sounds so strained. I had to work, like, I got off of work like a couple of hours ago, and I don't like to talk for prolonged periods. I never in my life do I ever talk for 20 minutes straight. Yeah, Persona. I don't draw them very often, but yes, they are there. I'm just not good at drawing animals. And then I got into Smiling Friends, and yes. And then there's Sophie Walton again, and then another self-portrait. There's Viper again. I made her depressed for some reason, and then now she's like not. And then there's Omen. I think that this page is really cute. I gave him a tail. Sometimes I give him a tail just for funsies. That's not like really part of his design, but I feel like it should be sometimes, you know? I like the little designs though. I like the holographic Spider-Man. I drew South Park, and I drew Chilchuck, and then that's me. I was like working with like these really old oil pastels, and yeah, I just drew some random stuff. I honestly kind of like this. And then there's Viper. Yay! I love purple and black together. And then I don't think I ever posted these either, but I drew a couple friendsies. Hello. That is not his handle anymore. It is clawing medicine. But yes, yay! And then I drew my persona again. Yay, 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 yay. I like the little critters I drew. Oh, that's him. Yes, and then I drew, or I did not. I drew these like 8th grade, so like 3 years ago, probably over 3 years ago at this point. But yeah, I found them in some bag that I cut out and meant to put in a different sketchbook, and then I just never did, so I put a ton of trash in here and then put those old drawings. Alec! I love him so much. Oh my god. Here's a spread of him. So nice to see him thrice. Yes. He is, I don't know. But yeah. Yay! And then I had a Fahrenheit 451 assignment for class, and I turned it in late, but she still gave me an 100. I don't know if I probably, actually I don't think I have a picture of it anymore, and that's so sad. But yeah, and then I drew Salt. This was actually the first thing that I drew this year, because I just like went back and looked through my sketchbook, and this was the first thing I drew. He's also on the back of my sketchbook, actually. There's Sophie Walton again. I drew this with my friend, and then she told me to draw Hanji, I think? Yes, maybe. I don't know. And then I drew this in art club, and I also drew that in art club at a different time. And then I just glued random stuff. Yay! And then I drew Jinx. This was like my arcane phase. And then I was gonna do like a because there were like 30 pages left in my sketchbook. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I should do a 30-day comic book challenge. And then I did not do that. I did it for one day and then never did it again. So yeah. Azimuth, yay! I think this drawing is cute. And then some like really bad Breaking Bad doodles, but I was really into Breaking Bad at the time. And I still kind of am. It's like, it occupies my mind, you know? Nova drawing that I never finished, and then Germa is right up there. And then Brokeback Mountain. I really like this page, actually. I don't like that as much, but I don't know. I'm really proud of that. And then this was like the second thing I drew this year. And I don't think I ever posted this either. I think that it's really, I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's little experimental. And then I drew that one picture, but except it looks really bad. I don't like that. And then a Chilchuck that I drew a little while ago. And then my friend's OC at UWooTuber. Wait, is that? It's either Tundere, I don't know how to say it, Rat, or UWooTuber. I forgot which one it actually is. And then there's me. I drew my outfit because I liked it. I kind of wish I colored it, but whatever. I don't like this page very much. I drew some like cat. I'm sure you've probably seen this, like, because I know I've seen a couple other people draw it. And then I drew my cat. And then I went to a store called the Black Cat Shop. So I thought it was fitting. And then my OC Calypso, this is like a plan of what I want her to look like. But yeah. And then I drew myself once again. And I drew this trinket that I got like 3-4 years ago from an antique store. And then, oh my gosh, I forgot I drew this. Okay. Yeah, I drew this like not too long ago, like the other day. Yeah, I like the face. I think it's cute. The hand isn't. I like the hand too, but like the pose is kind of awkward. But yeah. And then I drew Azimuth. I love them. I like this drawing. I think it's really cute. Yay! Okay, Miku. Miku. I think that's cute, and I want to draw her again. Like, I want to make an actual drawing of her. And then this was the plan, the first plan for Victor. I actually like have a name for him now. I don't know if it's on my toy house, but yeah. And then I drew him again because I'm kind of a little bit obsessed with my OCs right now. But yeah. And then I just pasted random things. And then there's Usagi and there's my friend. Why so thinking? Chiikawa OC question mark. And then ooh ooh wah wah ooh wah da 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 da. And then there's Victor again. I think that this drawing is cute. And then I drew the critters. Here's them again. I genuinely, like, I really like this drawing. This is one of my favorite things that I've drawn recently. And then I drew my cheek. I have my Usagi. This is from my Usagi plush. Oh my god, I love them so much. I'm gonna cry. Sorry. And then there's Omen. I'm not, like, the biggest fan of this drawing, but whatever. Like, the anatomy is just really weird. I made his head, like, really big for some reason. More Chiikawa! Yay! And then there's my OC Catherine, who's also a part of the band with my friend Saturn. And then I drew a Hercules beetle. I really like this drawing. I think that's really cute. I don't really like the forward-facing one as much, but whatever. And then I drew Alec. And then I drew Alec again. Yay! I was bored and I really wanted to finish this sketchbook. Drew it on my birthday. And then this is Viper again. This is like what she really looks. Oh, I guess I had a drawing of her earlier of what she like actually looks like, but I think this drawing is cute. And then finally, the last page, I drew a self-portrait because why not? And then yeah. The end! That is the end of my sketchbook that took me 2.5 years. I'm so happy it's over, but I'm also like really scared and intimidated by a brand new sketchbook. I haven't drawn in my new one yet. I'm like really nervous, but yeah, I'm gonna draw on it today after I finish filming this. But yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. Yay!